So let me introduce myself a little bit so you guys know a little bit more about my background. When it comes to talking about myself and my life, I I like to put it like there is there is a break line. Like there is the old life and there is the new life. And with that comes the old story and the old me and the new story and the new me. So if I want to talk about my old story and my old me, she was born in a third world country, a very poor country, and with that comes the lack and the scarcity mentality. The what I call the sheep effect, like doing whatever everybody does. So I just followed that route. I I went to the university. I got my degree. I worked for the government for 9 years as a high school teacher until everything felt more and more uneasy, and it felt like the more time passes, the more struggling life gets. And this was true for my relationships with myself, with other people, even with the transcendent. Um, my health started to deteriorate. I was nearly or very close to get diagnosed with diabetes. I mean, who wants that? And so it was really a time for change. And honestly, I just didn't know how. I didn't even believe that is possible. Actually, I had this belief that change is not possible. We human beings, we cannot change. We are set in a route, and then you have no other choice. And that whatever you're set with, it cannot be changed. So the first thing that actually changed that belief was taking part of a training where actually I learned that that is not true, and I started to believe that that's not true. I can change. My life can be changed, and the good life, the life I enjoy, the life that is worth living, is actually possible for me too. So that actually brought us, me and my husband, to sell everything we had and pack our truck, our Toyota Land Cruiser, with 100 books and just go on a trip that we called Trip for Life, and just absorb the new information, the new mindset, the life-giving energy of that mindset that others can offer us. And that's where it all started, actually. And I cannot say that change happened fast and easy. It didn't. But that was the start. The reading of that new information, and that was just broadening our perspective, our view of life. And basically when I started to embrace all that and following that and trying to build a life based on that new information that was only in my head at the beginning. I mean, there are 3 steps when you learn something. First, you hear of it, you get the knowledge, and then you understand it on a deeper levels, and then you start to embody it, you start to act on it, and it becomes part of you. And that doesn't happen in a blink of an eye. It needs time. But I'm gonna tell you guys, it's worth it. And yeah, it takes about facing your shadow and facing all that is not serving you. It's all about facing your limiting beliefs and facing your fears and going down very deep into your very painful memories, experiences, facing your painful emotions and embracing them and healing them, and yeah, first of all allowing them, because until we resist all that, change won't happen. And in some way, the old me has to die and a new me has to be born. And yeah, this is what happened. There was actually a period of my life that was very difficult. I was in a very dark place. But from that very dark, that was actually the bottom. It was like going down, 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 down until you reach the bottom. Yeah, that's the darkest. Dark night of the soul. There is a reason they call you that. And then here is the point that is the most difficult, because here is the point where everything that was part of you, that was your life, it just doesn't make sense anymore. And for me it was like a make it or break it, because when you feel like nothing makes sense anymore, that's a not like, yeah, that's a very difficult place to be. And for me it was like, should I stay or should I go now? And I gave myself another opportunity, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give myself 1 year and start to change things and see how it goes. So it was like a chance, an opportunity to do something differently, to really change, because whatever was the old, it wasn't working anymore and it didn't make sense anymore. And from that point things started to shift, and actually I started to tell a new story. When it comes about life or death, that's really a shifting point, and it is really changing your life and changing your priorities. I started to put myself on the first place, and I started to make decisions from that position, and I started to say no, and I started to say yes to myself, and started to embrace who I was, who I am, and not caring about what others say or not needing the validation from others, because I was validating myself now. And I'm like, I don't care if they don't like it. I don't care if they laugh at me. I don't care if they don't agree. It's my life. And I'm going to make the rules. And I'm going to love myself more than anybody. And I'm gonna be there for myself no matter what. And I'm gonna like me no matter what. And from this position, from this place, you actually start to build a life that is worth living for you. That's what I started to do. And you know what? My anxiety, my panic attacks, I don't have them. I don't have them anymore. It's not that I'm not afraid. I'm afraid all the time. But it's a different kind of fear. I am more conscious about what's happening, what I'm facing. And I'm consciously choosing me over and over and over again. And from this place, life feels good. It's not easy, but it feels good. And it's a life I want to live.